the TV, listen to me, double trouble. I'm a hole and I'm coming from the lower level. I'm taking time, showing up, stuff to grab like shirts and it hurts. With a neck to rap to the pole, cause our soul took control from the education of a TV station. But look around, here go the sound of the ball, boom and pound. When I shut them down, I shut them down. 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 I shut them down.
Set up part of that beautiful alley-oop dunk. It is a gorgeous assist. Boy, you got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in. A lot of times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What I use in a battle for the line. Hit it hard like it's supposed. Pulling up blows to the nose like a little else. And I'm ripping up shows. Being what it is only 5% of a biz. I'm adding rolls. That's the way it goes. When you break, I break. I never drank point break. I own loans. Suckers got me running from the bank. Civil liberty, I can't see the player feet. I never saw a way to pass after read the law. Then become a victim of a lawyer. The lawyer never saw it take two. Getting me sued, playing games with my head. What the judge said, put me in the red. Got me thinking about it. No, my educated mind say suckers gonna pay anyway. They're gonna be a day, cause the truth they roll in. I posse up on another round. Pick up the shut them down. I 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 shut them down. Respect.
Let the man of the hour commit the soul power. For once I got to say, shut them down on a regular. Causing mass hysteria in your area. Kicking it for my man Chuck D. Del P.E. on the remix. Hold the flick, so check it. Before I step down when I'm in your town, you know I got to shut them down.
Give up the lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's
Who count the money in the neighborhood, but we're spending money to no end. Looking for a friend in a war to the core. Ripping up the poor in the stores until they get a brother kicking down doors. Then I figure I can get bigger. Look them dead in the eye and they wish the prince is pressurized. They don't really want it to be another in the sky, so give some money back. I like Nike, but wait a minute. The neighborhood support, so put some money in it. If Operation Zone, they gotta give up the dough to my town, or else we gotta shut them down. I 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 shut them down.
You know, for the Lakers, no competition for football. There's not a football. It is basketball happening. Look at the TV. It's really mind-boggling. Worth about $3 billion over 20 years. It's a lot of financial firepower. Well, guys, you make it the spending. And the question is, how will that impact the Lakers moving forward?
Warriors trail by 15 from D. Big Udawa. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now, here's Green. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Defensive foul.
The Lakers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. It's a club that converted about 76% of his free throws.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for the professor. He's already got 13 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
His outside stroke is really good too.
Everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many people in the top four. Powerful time.
The Professor's got 16.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here's Los Angeles now. This run now up to 22 points to 2.
Everyone's competing.
Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
+5 and that didn't take long.
They got to start squeezing the orange, guys. I mean, that's 4 early turnovers they've racked up already.
Yeah, they've not been sharp at all. They've got to wake up soon.
And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. All right, Laura, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
This is a physical brand of basketball so far. They're getting the foul on.
So another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. On the wings, Thompson, Haley is out there with Harrison Barnes. And Livingston in at the west.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. They didn't exactly build upon that streak as needed, hoping to last year.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Curry in at point guard.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Nobody near
Drop it
Barnes.
like it's hot. Drop
And
it
that's
like
going
it's
to be a
hot.
travel.
Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get it, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a nigga get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring. And I'm over
Golden State's ball.
because I got it going
One-point game.
on.
Curry can't get it to go.
With some nice dream, yeah. See these ice cubes, see these ice
Here's
creams.
the professor.
Eligible bachelor,
Misses the
$1
three.
bowl.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky
Phantom,
he missed it.
exterior
Yeah,
like
they
this
were
is. The
very
interior
lucky
like
defensively because
this
there was
way.
some
I can
miscommunication
exercise you.
there.
This
They
could
left
be
him
your
wide
phys
open.
ed. Cheat
Kept
on
it
your
tough
man,
for
man. That's
the
how you
defense
get a
today.
his ed.
He's got his A
Put the
game
beat on
rolling
the
here tonight. We'll see.
But still
Out
the
of
man
bounds,
feel
Golden
like
State
some
takes
chiller in the
possession.
heat. So don't
Boy,
try
that's
to run up on my
embarrassing,
ear
guys. He's
talking
going to have a
all
hard
that
time letting
raspy.
that one down
Tryna
later when they
ask
watch it on tape.
Well, my
Golden
think
State's
that they ain't
on
gonna pass
0-2 from deep
You
here.
should think about it. Take a second.
That's a 2 from
Matter of
Barnes.
fact,
Tried to bank it in,
for
but he
me
missed.
and think
Lakers
before
have
you
gone
go
3 of 5
skateboard
shooting the ball
beat.
so
When the
far.
in the
Wasted
crib,
no
man. Drop it
time
like
on
it's
that.
hot. Drop it like
And
it's
it's 7
hot.
points
Drop
for
it
the
like it's
professor.
hot. When the
Wow,
pigs
just
try to
a
get it,
tremendous
park
first
it like
quarter
it's
shooting the
hot. Park it
basketball
like
for
it's
them guys.
hot. Park it
Yeah,
like
when
it's
they put it
hot.
up, it's
Get
gone
an
in.
attitude.
Well, I
Pop
think
it
the
like it's
defense got
hot.
lucky right
Pop
there.
it
I mean,
like
he's
it's
going to
hot.
make a lot
Pop it
more
like
of
it's
those.
hot.
than he
Got the
misses.
rollie
He's
on
got
my
that
arm and I'm
effort.
pouring.
That's going to be out of
And I'm
bounds.
over
Los
best
Angeles
because
will
I got
retake
it going
possession.
on. I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that.
Here's
The
the
big
professor.
boss dog, yeah, I had
7
to do
points in the
that.
game.
I keep a blue flag hanging
Well,
on my
Blues,
backside, but
it's
only
stolen
on the
by
left
Curry.
side. Yeah, that's the side. Ain't no other way to play the
Green
game the
up on
way I
top.
play. I cut so much you thought I was a
Good, and Curry
DJ.
gets the assist.
Took a little time, but they get one to go.
SC and double
Maybe they're
O,
warmed
P,
up
Eagle
now.
double G. I can't
Outside
fake it, just
Bryant,
break it.
down
And when I
low.
take it, see, I
Here's
specialize in
Black.
making
He'll
all
shoot
the
free
girls
throws here.
get
Clearly fouled on that
so
shot.
bring your
That
friends,
time,
all of
the
y'all
whistle
come
blowing.
inside. We got a
And
world
foul call on
premiere
the
right
Golden
here,
State
and I
Warriors.
get lost.
First trip to
So
the
don't
free throw
change the
line for him in this
whistle,
one.
turn it up a little. I got a living room
Warriors
full of
guys
fine
again,
dime
possession
bristles.
of Ivory
Waiting on the
Iguodala,
bizzle, the
possession
dizzle,
one of the
and the
elite
shizzle.
starting
G's to the
five
bizac.
in the
Now ladies,
NBA.
we
Yeah,
get
the
some
numbers
in
prove that.
the crib,
Kevin,
mom.
they're
Drop it
starting
like it's
five.
hot. Drop it like
Right
it's
there near
hot.
the top
Drop
of
it
the
like
league.
it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot.
the big thing is
Park
just
it like
getting
it's
the bench
hot.
more
Park it like it's
involved.
hot. And if
Trying
it
to
get
get
an
more
attitude,
continuity
pop it
with
like
that
it's
second
hot.
unit.
Pop it like it's hot.
Oh, here's
Pop it
Curry.
like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring.
Curry's got his first
Because
points
I
in
got
this
it
one.
going on.
You can't run an
I'm a
inbound
bad
play
boy.
any better than
With a
that
lot.
right there.
Here's
Drive
the
my own
professor.
cars and wear my
Right
own
over the net
clothes.
for the layup.
I hang out to
And I
I'm a
think,
real
you know,
boss.
last season,
Big Snoop
Warriors
Dogg.
coaching
Yeah,
staff
he's so
tried to
sharp.
play the
On
starters
the TV
together
screen and in
to
the
help develop their
magazines.
chemistry.
If
But
you
when
play
the
me
bench
close,
platoon
you
went
want
in,
a red
the
bean.
other team
Oh, you
typically
got
took
it.
advantage
So
and
you
made a
wanna
big
pop
run.
back?
So as the season wore on,
Stop that.
coaching staff went to a
Cement
more
shoes.
blended
Now I'm on
lineup
the move.
approach
Your
in an effort to
family's
keep
crying.
more
Now
scoring
you
on
on
the
the
floor.
news. They
Curry
can't
passes
find
to
you,
Green.
and now they miss
Trying
you.
to find
Must
Curry.
I
He's got
remind
it
you?
now.
I'm only
And
here to
there's the
twist you.
3-second violation.
You dip, you then flip, you then dance to
Now
music.
about 3 minutes
too.
gone in the first quarter.
Subscribe, get your issue. Baby, come
Here's the
close.
professor.
Let me see
And
how
the
you
Lakers
get
have a little bit more.
It's in the crib, ma. Drop it
And
like
the
it's
Warriors
hot.
also
Drop it
making
like
some
it's
moves to
hot.
get more
Drop it like it's
offense
hot.
on
When
the
the
bench.
pigs
Very
try to get at
resourceful
you,
front
park it
office.
like it's
They
hot.
knew that
Park
was
it
a
like it's
priority.
hot. Park it like it's hot. And if it get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring.
And at the offensive end, he's done about
I
as
got it
much as we
going
could have
on.
hoped for today.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-4 run. The shot is good. And that's 15 points for the professor.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter. And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
The three from Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Young with no one around. Again, the Lakers.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right. And to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Lost like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run me and my stacking my money. Lost from the nigga, dress up in the usual fun. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it.
Warriors trail by 18.
Dangerous.
Curry dishes to Thompson.
Have to get the flow be so
And a
immaculate.
great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say.
Green with
Swear
the
to only
rebound.
give you hot every day.
Green's got his
Afraid of
third
us. You
rebound
know
on
this
the
ain't a
night.
game to us. You strange to us. That's when
On
we
the
getting
Wayne Thompson.
dangerous. Come
Beyond
on.
the arc. No good. Bryant with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous.
Jacks
So
up a three.
dangerous.
And it is good at the
So
buzzer.
dangerous. We so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous.
Buzzer
Hold your
sound.
breath. We swinging it
They
from
had that
right to
set up,
left.
I think,
With the
Steve, and he
wide left.
timed it
We hot
perfectly.
to death. Staying alive. You know only the strongest survive. Holding my heat under my seat. Whipping the fire. Baseline.
Welcome back,
for all of
folks.
my
We'll see
people
if we're
moving
in store
around.
for a more
Give me
tightly
your pound,
contested
all of my-
quarter
holding
as we
it
move
down,
here into the
cutting
second.
you up. The new rocking you
And
up.
guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 18.
Well, you know, last season the Lakers found themselves in a position they are not quite accustomed to.
so dangerous, we so dangerous. Flip mode squad is dangerous, we so dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous.
Oh man, that was just amazing. They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes. And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, Stephen Curry, arguably the league's best perimeter shooter. And I love everything about shooting, but mostly that perfect form when your body is in rhythm from the time you plant your feet to the time you release the ball. Everything is smooth and calm. It moves through you like a wave. It's a beautiful thing. Kevin, no doubt.
It is indeed. Thanks, Doris. And it's Harrison Barnes with the 5. That is his first foul of the game. Belly off the reins to this team. I've seen some examples of that speed right there.
Yeah, they look cohesive. And, anytime he takes control, you can just feel this group come together. Yeah, it's priceless when you have a guy. Who sets the example he does and then backs it up with timely communication as well as consistent performance.
He is capable part of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on full display right there. Well, you gotta love a point guard who can finish like a power forward. Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
Well, Ed Davis, in his 5th season out of North Carolina, he's had to battle for minutes both in Toronto and Memphis, but has produced when he's been on the court. An active, athletic big man. He's a player to watch.
And Davis with good mobility for his size. Offensively, Clark, he can run in transition, flash to the basket. At the other end, he's a good help defender.
Yeah, and bit by bit, Kevin, we see him developing his post game as well. He's starting to broaden out that skill set. And he's still only 19 years old. Come on now. He's got a lot left in his development.
Here's the professor. Another shot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes. No good.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing. I mean, come on. Doesn't everybody see the game going on here? And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I've ever seen. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turn.
Right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Three of his own. Good answer there. Yeah, he's not scared to trade shots like that.
Green with the rebound. The Warriors have got the second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total.
Well,
We've seen the Lakers really struggle with injuries to star players. They had a less than flattering light on the team. Fourth guy stepped into the role. Perhaps they are starting to
Sure did. Good job getting it started. So the defense can get it so fast. And I don't really like that shot. He can make it occasionally, but to me that's too deep. And that definitely wasn't one of them.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% of the game. That's smoking. It's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses. He's missed everything this quarter.
Stolen by Thompson. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Offensive rebound. Pass to the professor. Second chance effort. Excellent defense. Holiday.
So confident, sometimes it's that shows right there. That's a back shot. Exactly. That's self-inflicted damage right there. They're a lot better options than what he did.
Here's the professor. No good on the side. And so a pretty long. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Boy, he put on a show from the three-point line in the first half, didn't he? We'll see if the halftime break. Oh, what a huge play.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin.
Oh, man, that was a circus stuff. Andre Iguodala, free agent going into last season, showed a lot of patience, letting more lucrative offers lapse as he held out to the slim chance that the Warriors would clear the space to sign him.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
They read each other so well, it's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as the receiver, he didn't feel like he had the need to go for the monster finish, just laying it in, making sure he got the points.
And you talk about Iguodala holding out for the Warriors. I mean, it shows just how much he wants to be a part of this team. He felt they were one piece away, and he hoped he could be that player.
Here's the professor. And the three on target.
Rare to see him come up empty and wide open.
Can't get it to go.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I was called working to get the best shot either. Boy, the greatest play in basketball.
Used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life.
Seasons ago in Denver, eliminated by
Years were rushing by. He would cut down on his age. He would tell his girl of how it used to be.
Fans, the coaching staff,
How his mom he passed away, but these lines she would say, and at the time he couldn't understand. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. You're young soldier, so hold on back.
Play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this
Now is
quarter.
the time for you to strive.
Yeah,
For
look at
you
the cottonmouth
to
hit.
get
Dry spell for
better
sure.
in what you are doing.
a three ball. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. And he knocks down the cover. The professor's got 43 points.
his work in the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
That's in there. Davis with the assist. 45 points for the professor.
Well, it's got to be the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
It's Thompson off the drive and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds are quite a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know, rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
The Warriors, a team with big ambition. Plans from the arena to a highly successful D-League team in Santa Cruz. This is a team on the rise.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. Did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
And the Warriors not just looking to expand locally, but internationally as well, hoping to become the gateway team to China.
Yeah, much of the Bay Area's population is the Warriors fan base. Most folks are of Asian descent. The Warriors unveiled a special Chinese New Year jersey, a nod to some of their fans, and it's all pretty smart marketing work by the Warriors.
Black the pass to the professor. Cranes the three-pointer. The professor's got 50 points.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
And Green gets it to go. And it's the Lakers' ball. Huge run right now for him, going 19-2. Barnes grabs the miss. Here's the Warriors with the ball. And the professor picks up the foul.
Now is
That'll
the
be his
time
second foul
for
of the
you
game.
to stride, for you
41
to
seconds
get
left to play here in the
better.
third.
It was
Thompson misses.
Tough shot don't go down for him right now. But these are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
And assists like that typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Thompson's got 10 points.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Can you believe that a point guard can score like that?
Take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get on.
Thompson's got 4 points.
Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Live your life. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get on. And Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, hey, 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 hey.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays is phenomenal.
No question.
You got the professor. Sanders out there with Nick Howard. Then there's Kobe. And it's Black in the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Saturday 5-second call.
Foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there. While he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They've got to tighten things up here.
No good on the quick three. And here we go with Andre Iguodala. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Second half for them, they have not taken good care of the ball. First half, they did a pretty nice job, but it's gotten away from them here a little bit.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Puts it up from 15. Kobe passes to the professor. Offensive rebound. Black can't get it to Ball.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to test shots and force misses.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Even when you're getting
Starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. That's slowly becoming a problem.
Here's the professor. Here's Black. And there's the bucket. Stays with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done.
It seems like they're finding an open lane in the hoop
the screen and lays it up and in.
One of the big stories is second chance points. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And the shot is good. The Professor's got 58.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
From outside the arc, here's Black. Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Bogut. And he's able to get it back. They get the rebound. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 14 rebounds. Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Throws it up high.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style. A beat down the entire way.
Dishes it to Barbosa. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Barbosa's got 5 points now in the quarter.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for the Professor. And he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15. Seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Eight of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. Maybe time to take a fresh look at a top 6-team playoff structure.
Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for the Professor. Every time he shot, it seemed like it was just going to go off the end. Nobody was surprised.
Last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse record than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but the age of charter flights, you could argue, longer traveling distances are much less of a concern. And I would say amen.
And it's Davis with the jam.
They're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out the game.
Livingston no longer.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
No, he's leaving himself to that.
The Professor lays it up and gets it in.
Well, they can already start to celebrate. They should. They let their team here. They were good.
And so
spinner. Yo, hola, billionaire, club muchacho. Assorted flavors in these gelatos, inspire young minds and stack my nachos with the rock determination of a vato. Run across the border with this poncho, face like when it's busting. Planning these things till I die. When the Holy Father handed me my wings. When I was young, the other teacher couldn't stand what we dream, giving me music like in the hand of. See me on the TV, the cuties. Both presidential just plus and cooped it up. Got more hits in the zip. Who wanna know? I can go back in time, you be Judge Ito. I know you thinking Nito. It repeats for minutes, something like a Tigo, but it's 300,000 more with no remote. Jacob and Lorraine, I used to deal with Tito, but he clowned me and told me that my money's Fritos. Now the Enzo doors go up like a D-Lo. Rion, same song sung on my man Nigo. SLR, when the doors go up, it's like a fresh hell jar. We boss, he shall not get hot, he too frost. Yes, sir. Close your eyes, just picture yourself just holding pies. Implement a plan and you surely rise. That's promised by the man that controls the skies. You see, I know so ill. Better yet, doggy, just tell me how you feel. How you feel, dog? We just picture, thinking, dreaming, scheming, reading, all of the late night shaking, boiling, lacing, baking, shaping, shaving. Gotta get this cake right as I serve it. You just burn it, breathe it, learn it. Now watch you take flight. How does it feel? Huh? Yes, sir. You don't know me. I'm Paul Howard Hughes, Paul Holt.
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA action on 2K. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke will join us moments from now from courtside. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Champ, and it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Lewis. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
That bucket in no time at all.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The rebound by the Lakers. Westbrook with the steal. Ibaka with the screen on Young. Lewis with the 3. That's good. Lewis has got 5 points so far.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Out to the wing. Here's the professor. Nailed from three-point land. He has 7.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Lewis, and he banks in the layup.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Young passes to the professor. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. The professor's got 9.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Lewis with the 3, kept alive. Can't get it to go.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Kevin Durant with the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Kevin Durant, the most unstoppable scorer in the game. It is amazing to watch this guy put the ball in the basket from every angle and every distance. His ball handling ability allows him to do just that. He can get wherever he wants to, when he wants to, and how he wants to. He can get a shot off anytime.
And Durant with one of the league's quickest releases.
Yeah, I've yet to see anybody block his shot, and yet, you know, if you leave your feet too early, he'll just drive right around you and dunk the ball with one dribble. I mean, that's the problem that he poses with the length and mobility and shooting proficiency. There's not much you can do with this guy.
He's off on the first. When you have the explosive talent, Clark, the Thunder have, you can compete with any team, and that's a big part of why they were a top team out west once again.
You know, a lot of people wondered if they had slipped from the elite teams in the West, but again, Kevin, they proved they are still amongst the top teams in the league.
Outside Lewis, and yes, sir, that one drops. Lewis has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Thunder. Here's the professor. And again, the Lakers, no good.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made 3 with one of his own. Not the best decision.
Lewis gets the bucket.
And as you said, there were questions about the Thunder heading into this last year, but they showed they're still part of the elite group.
Got that one up quick. 13 points for the professor.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Lewis attacking. That's good.
Well, you know, the Thunder really do a lot of things well. There aren't many weaknesses when you look at this team. Playing in the way at West can be a real marathon, but the Thunder, you know, they're built to handle it over the course of a long season.
Again, Oklahoma City.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Kobe, the pass to the professor. Lets the 3 fly, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
I tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
That's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
No good on the three.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
18 seconds.
From the arc, no good. From half court, cannot hit. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Now the second quarter. Getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
Lewis.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Champ out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's out to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for Russ. He doesn't like anybody he's playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks.
Really an extraordinary game for Champ. 22 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either. As good a foul shooter as he is.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Bryant gets a wide open look that doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Last season, a tough one for Kobe Bryant. He missed all but a handful of games. Early on, it was the Achilles tear he was rehabbing from, and then after 6 games, a fractured tibia took him out for the season.
Here's Lewis after Ed Davis's score. Lewis attacking, and that one's good. Lewis has got 24.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's the professor. He's got 20 off target with the free throw line J. And Kobe's season for him, you remember, Steve, back in 2012, 2013. Lewis. And then, of course, the injury-plagued season last year.
Yeah, so now the challenge, of course, is can he overcome age and injury, and that's the challenge this year. Only time will tell, but one thing we do know that nobody will work harder than Kobe Bryant.
Lewis attacking. Adams dishes to Westbrook, and he gets it to go.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Lakers trail by 4. Here's the professor, and a miss there on the triple.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Near the three-point line, it's Lewis. The kick out to Westbrook. Lewis attacking, and Davis sends it back, and he gets it back. Lewis gets the bucket.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
The professor banked in off the glass. The professor's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint? That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done. He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
The Lakers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Free throw line jump shot, and another basket for the Lakers.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result, it may change.
Lewis with the 3, and that is good. Lewis has got 33.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
You know, it wasn't really hard to see why the Lakers struggled so much last year. The talent was down, and also the defensive effort and focus was borderline embarrassing at times.
And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, we don't... Don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper. If they're going to take tough outside shots, I mean, they're better off just firing from the three-point line.
Yeah, I agree with it. I mean, if you're going to be back there near the three-point line, you might as well take the three. Just step back and knock it down.
As you said with the Lakers last year, the defense was near the bottom in a lot of categories. Opponents averaged almost 110 points on them.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the three. The rebound by Young. Lakers trail by 7.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
Here's the professor. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So we've reached the end.
Your Lakers, 34. The Thunder.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
They've got Bryant. Young is out there with Davis. Then there's the professor. And it's Black in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
The Lakers might have sunk to the bottom of the Western Conference last season, but they still put up a pretty good fight against a lot of Western Conference teams.
You know, one thing this Lakers group last year always played with was pride. And that should be a given, but that's not always the case. Sure, it was a down year, but they weren't just going to pack it up and give up and let their bitter rivals have the best of it.
And that was a silver lining for the Lakers. They did manage to save some face with tough performances.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, last year was a lost cause for them. Between the injuries and everything, I mean, you can never count the
Lakers down for too long in the West, and I think they'll be back, but boy, last year was tough.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Here's the professor, Lewis covering. On the wing right. Here's the professor. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Lakers trail by 12. Here's the professor. He's got 32. From deep, they grab their own miss. Black the pass to Young. Here's the professor. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. The professor's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
Here's Adams. Here's Lewis. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Lewis.
And the Thunder lead by 12.
And they've made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Here's the professor. Sinks the triple. The professor's got 37.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Steven Adams from New Zealand, the first Kiwi Clark ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
And that one's good.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Lewis attacking, and Champ gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, despite that possession, something I've liked is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The shot is off.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Here's the professor. He has 40, and he gets the bucket.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
There's the 3. The Thunder pull it in. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lewis with it. Picked up by Kobe. Lewis outside. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Westbrook. It's stolen by Davis. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's the professor. Boom! He shoots it straight down. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
And he goes in for the dunk. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
No good with the triple. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lewis with the 3. Shot's good. Lewis has got 56 points in the game.
Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
Davis kicks to Young. Here's the professor. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
The professor.
And here is Lewis. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Thunder lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Lakers trail by 6, and Oklahoma City looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Champ, and it's Adams and it's the center filling out the middle. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
You know, the NBA is a talent league, and it's hard to win in the NBA without superstar talent. And the Thunder are fortunate to have 2 superstars in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those 2 give them a chance to win no matter who they're facing up against or where they're playing.
Here's the professor. Drills the three-pointer. The professor's got 55.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages, good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
And you look at the star challenge.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
The Thunder were the second-best road team in the NBA last year. Normally, a jump shooting team might have trouble on the road, but they are just that good.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Lewis with the 3. Here's Ibaka, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Stolen by Lewis, and here's the fast break. And he goes big time with the dunk right over Kobe Bryant.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
When you can shoot like this Thunder team can, you can play outdoors, Steve, and still find a way to win, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, playing on the road or on the moon, it wouldn't faze them regardless. Their 25 road wins is a testament to just how unflappable this club is.
Black the pass to Davis. Here's the professor, and the Lakers with another miss.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And it's Davis with the jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him. Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts. That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Lewis. Here's Ibaka, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's the professor. No good on the triple.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Launches it, and he gets it to go. The professor's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Lewis comes to help. 6 to shoot. Here's the professor, and another 3 for the Lakers.
They have got to get a hand in his face. I mean, he's unconscious from out there.
Lewis with it. Wing shot on the way. Here's Adams, banked in off the glass.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Lakers trail by 3. No one near him.
The professor.
It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
big, big moment in this game.
Lewis attacking. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
How about the effort we're seeing from him on the boards? He's already in double figures.
Yeah, and more importantly, Steve, his rebounds are leading the team.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
This is a huge possession.
You've got to execute under pressure. We're going to see what they're made of.
It's hauled in by Adams. Thunder have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
It's four! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Boy, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Russell, congratulations on this win. What were the main factors that helped you stay in control of this one down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. Yeah, we did a good job in all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our Player of the Game, Champ. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Champ, and it's Adams in at the 5 roaming the paint. And the professor picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
From deep three-point range, Lewis misses. Thunder on D. Here's the professor. A three-pointer, no good. And here is Lewis.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. You know, viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
And the shot is good. The professor's got his team on the board to start the game for the Lakers. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lewis with the 3, and that one's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams, that's for sure. This kid has tremendous potential. They did well to find a talented 7-footer late in the lottery, especially considering how weak the draft was.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's the professor, off target with his 3. And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass. pretty good hands and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
The Professor. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 8 points. And the Lakers have possession. Here's the Professor. 8 points for him. Off target from three-point range.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Lewis misses. Lakers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And Kobe gets it to go.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Lewis outside for the three. That's good. 11 points in the game.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on. Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but then they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. So that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
Here's Lewis. 11 points in the game. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Kobe attacking. Here's the Professor. That's short off the rim.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Lakers leading by 3. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lewis misses. Here is Bryant. Here's the Professor. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. 1. And off we go. A close game. Now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing in the game?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Davis is out there with Young. Then there's the Professor. Then there's Bryant, and it's Black in at the 5. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Shoots the 3. The rebound by Ibaka.
They call him Serge Ibaka. Ibaka has led the league in total blocks for 4 straight seasons. I love that Ibaka. That fits.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Scott Brooks is very close with his star, Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he gets any free perks at Katie's restaurant in Bricktown. Brooks said, I get nothing. I mean, give me a dessert, the peach cobbler, something, a sweet tea. You know this guy's cheap. That's one thing about KD. For 7 straight years, he's been cheap. Kevin, over to you.
He stays consistent, Doris. Very efficient. Thank you.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And Ibaka, also known as Surge Protector. Devastating, soaring in from that weak side as always.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's improved his defensive IQ as well. He's kind of learned when to jump, when to hold back, when to box out. And he's a terrific pick-and-roll defender as well because of his lateral quickness. He's able to stay with point guards on a switch. Really impressive.
In the first quarter, he was killing.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And so here is Oklahoma City following the 3 by the Lakers. Lewis outside. Shot clock at 6. No good. And the Lakers going the other way now. And it's the Lakers on the break. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's the professor, and another 3 for the Lakers.
How about that for a response? They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
And the professor picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Lakers leading by 4.
A lot of high hopes for the Thunder heading into last season's playoffs, and it didn't go quite as they had planned.
Lewis outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams, picked off in midair. Here's the professor, hands it from downtown. The professor's got 22. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Lewis, and blocked.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
And he gets it to go.
Well, after that ragged first quarter offensively, they're finally picking up some ground here in the second.
And you know, Steve, we talk about it all the time. Basketball, especially the NBA game, a game of runs. Their offense right now on an uptick.
They get it again. It's stolen by Ibaka.
Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Here's the professor, and another basket for the Lakers.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Lewis attacking, 9 feet out. No good.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
And so we wrap up the first half. Lakers on top, up 10. And now let's catch up with you.
Well, Scott, you had other weapons working offensively, but you specifically asked for more from Kevin Durant. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, he has to be aggressive in a setup. You know, Kevin's a terrific.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Some fantastic numbers. Here for the professor. He has 29 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Well, you got that right. You can tell he's on target because as soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like every single one of them's going in.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Durant outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Champ out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Lewis attacking, and Champ gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Here's the Professor. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
And the Professor picks up the foul.
The Professor.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Lewis, and he drops it in from the low post. Lewis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Lakers leading by 10.
Oklahoma City, for 2 years running, the only team in the top 5 in the NBA in both offensive and defensive efficiency. That ought to tell you about this balanced elite basketball team.
And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And for the Thunder, remaining so consistent despite losing Harden. And then last, without the outside shooter, Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not to mention, Kevin, the injuries to Russell Westbrook. Give credit to the players and the coaching staff. Again, when you've got a culture of expectation and you've got talent and leadership from the sideline and from within the players, then you've got a chance to weather storms effectively, and clearly the Thunder did that.
And Westbrook pulls it down.
It's been a tale of 2 halves, guys. He was on fire from long range in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Lakers leading by 10. Young with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Young's got his first 2 points. Lewis attacking. Rebounded by the Lakers.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Poked away. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. They grab their own miss. Here's the Professor. He has 35. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
20 seconds on the shot clock, 20.
And here is Los Angeles now. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to. So far in the game for Champ, 28 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
2 shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
Well, the Lakers are in another one of those transition stages, and they've not had many in the history of the franchise. But they do need to start looking for that next superstar to build the team around.
1:16 left in the 3rd quarter. Great D that time from Davis. Here's the Professor, and another 3 for the Lakers.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defense. No coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there. This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Pour it down that time. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Lewis outside. And there's another one for the Thunder.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the Professor. Davis, the pass to Young. Here's the Professor, defended by Ibaka. The Professor, great look, but off the mark.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And as we end the... So it's the Thunder now. A 12-point game. Kobe is out there with the professor. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Davis. And it's Black in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Here's the professor.
Man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans. They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lewis gets the bucket.
He's showing great leadership here, willing his team into this game with his performance, doing everything in his power to cut into the lead.
Fires for 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
He's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
No good. Great D that time from Davis.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Here's Lewis. Great D that time from Davis.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella from headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Ibaka dishes to Durant. Lewis with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Lewis comes to help. Here's the professor. They get it back. Davis kicks to Kobe. Here's the professor. Knocks down the 3 ball. The professor's got 59 points.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Plenty of daylight on that. And the Lakers lead by 21.
He's really carried this team offensively here today.
Lewis with the 3, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's the professor. Young outside. Here's the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been 3-pointers.
That's good. Lewis has got 48.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the professor. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Black.
And here is Lewis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The professor. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the professor. And the first one at the line is good.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience, the build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out. So tough to handle.
Outside, Lewis sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lewis has got 54 points. Lynn the pass to Davis. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Davis.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line. And both free throws good for Lewis. Here comes Jeremy Lin. Young outside, and Bryant wide open. He shoots, misses there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kobe, tell us about the mindset of this team tonight and what you hope to accomplish.
Just come out and play well. Just play with a lot of energy, execute well, read the defense well, and make unnecessary cuts.
Talent and execution. Kobe, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Professor. first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Lynch is out there with Hill. Then there's Champ, and it's Mutombo, and it's Iverson in at the 2. Pulls it in.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Lewis with it. That's Harden picking him up. Fires for 3. Lewis misses.
Not the best shot. Long range, tears with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of what he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
The Professor, wide open shot is on the money.
Well, nice play there to get your first basket of the game.
Missy be the name and y'all should already know. I've been around long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy. Let me grab the microphone and I'ma take it away. Every time I spit, I blow 1 or 2 speakers. Top model diva, but my name not Eva. Yeah, I bring fever, rocking classic Adidas. I'm straight off the heater, ripping needles off the meter.
Stolen by Jones.
Flip my flip. Back it up to the trap and rap. It's a must cause I'm dangerous. I'll be a hustle on the bus to call me.
The offense, I mean, 3 or 4.
Stop. 2005 MCs in trouble. The rough and cover hide under your covers. You gon' need more protection than them.
And it's the Wizards. That is it. Foul of the game.
2 unproductive trips in a row.
And one thing you can't string together these kinds of possessions. Really snowball.
Harden has over.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here.
Missy finna spit just simply wrong. Misdemeanor always make MCs feel small. Stick you on the table with a plastic cup and say grace. Y'all just rookies. Now my competition, you skip and play hooky. Ain't nobody here that can tell the track up and I ain't done rapping, so shut.
Game this
Keep it simple every time I flow. If you step to me, y'all shall don't blow. Raise up, black guys, break low. I ain't about talking, I lay 'em down slow. For sure, y'all know. Misdemeanor got him by the neck, hit him low. Ice cold, hard like 0 below. If you want to battle me, the player say so.
And that one's good.
Good to see the hoop there. He's the first 4 shots, so we'll see if that gets him going.
The Professor. Professor's got 10 points.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Let me tell you what I'm on
Pushing
about.
out the Houston Rockets
About
again in
spitting hot
transition.
rhymes on out.
The
Yeah, Pharrell did the beat, oh yes. And the way you put it down, it makes it sound so good. I be the best, don't second guess. When it comes down to rappers, boy, get that. When I say tight as white beaters, Missy about to teach you how to follow the leader. Hit the club in the Bluetooth seater. Looking like I'm finna.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. From beyond the arc.
I know what guys
Lewis outside. Kept alive. Matumbo kicks to Hill. Outside for Lewis. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Rockets leading by 12. It's a resound win. Out to the right wing. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. 15 points for the first.
Fantastic start for him here. I mean, that one makes it 7 of 9 from the field now.
Outside Lewis. Matumbo dishes to Hill. Outside Lewis. Really, the assist goes to Hill. And 6 points for Champ.
Well, maybe that's going to get him out of this because it's been a rough start for him, just 2 for 10.
That's tipped. The professor passes to Ariza. Here's Howard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
First team foul.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. They are not setting a very good pace here early.
They sure aren't, dude. It's going to be a long day for them if they keep this up.
Pass to the professor. The tray. No good.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him the big edge on the glass.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
The first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition. That's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job of it.
In a moment now to reset the lineup. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Lynch. Hill is out there with Matumbo. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Lewis in at the point. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Philadelphia is able to drain the 3.
Played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
The 76ers trail by 15. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
They've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Lewis with it. And it's Harden picking him up. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
The professor. And it's off from 3-point range. Pushing it up. And here they go. And Iverson throws it down.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir. I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
They get it again. Hill kicks to Matumbo. Here's Lewis. Iverson trying to free himself. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense is backed off.
And that one is hammered home.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That tough one coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
That's what happens when you get all 5 guys on the string defensively ready to react and make a play.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for the professor. He has 23 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Kevin, Dwight Howard certainly excited to be in Houston. He said, having guys like this team and Kevin McHale on my side, I can't lose. They're going to really stay on top of me, and that's what I want. Olajuwon said, I'm like a kid in a candy store. He has the power. Now we're adding finesse to that
double doors, thanks. Uses the glass to